Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kirsten. I'm the Executive Officer at Melbourne Centre for Data Science. Just quickly going back on what David said at the very beginning, I'd just like to acknowledge that for me, our meeting is being held on the lands of the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung people, and I wish to acknowledge them as traditional owners. So thank you for giving me that moment. And thank you for having me and for giving me your time to tell you about our centre. The Melbourne Centre for Data Science is in its second year of operation. We are a cross-faculty research centre drawing on strengths in statistics and computer science. When we are on campus, which I am not at the moment, we can be found at Melbourne Connect, which is a new academic cross-industry co-located precinct at the University of Melbourne and holds a great promise. We are a small but growing team led by Professors Howard Bondell and Michael Curley. Howard is here today and will be joining us for the Q&A part of this spotlight, so he will have the answers to your burning questions. For our key personnel, we have a number of research fellows who bring expertise in methods like time series forecasting, causal inference, ecosystem and disease modeling, three-way inconsistency analysis, convolutional neural networks, statistical theory, Bayesian, continuous monitoring data, and much more. Additionally, we also have an active collaborative group of academic conveners that represent currently 9 of the University of Melbourne schools, with more to join soon. And they're very supportive and invaluable to the centre. In addition to the conveners, we have an ever-growing group of researchers whom we are calling investigators, and they are from across all disciplines at the University of Melbourne. And they have put their own hand up with their keen interest in participation in the centre. At a graduate student level, we have had our first interdisciplinary doctoral academy throughout this year. This first academy has brought together PhD students from 12 schools and centres within 6 faculties at the university, all of whom are utilising data science in their research. And while there are formal activities for the group also provides support for their peers. They help each other with challenges. They learn of each other's domain-specific issues and additionally more than that. And in a way, this is a small version of this key activity that our centre is focused on, and that is, as David just pointed out in conversation, that inherent interdisciplinary collaboration that is data science, and hence the advancement for all. Now, excuse me for a moment, will I go big on our why? I'm sure you can all relate to this vision and may even have a similar, but it is grand, but we feel it is very important. I'm sure you all agree. So to reach this vision, here are some of our priorities. And again, to harp on the word of collaboration, that is our key focus. And to repeat a little bit again, for the advancement of data science, we do feel that there is that strength in looking across all the domains to better understand those challenges that lie outside of statistics and computer science, to understand how we can bring that expertise to bear upon that complex data alongside of a domain expert, and then to work together circularly to advance. So we are very much a research centre. To date, our researchers have been part of teams in domains such as finance, various areas of medicine, meteorology, aquaculture, road safety, epidemiology, excuse me, that was a mouthful, hydrological forecasting, and energy, to provide a few examples. Some of these teams have arisen directly from workshops. Some have resulted from breadcrumbs during a workshop. Some have come from a seed of an idea and then looking around to see who might want to address that certain challenge. Some teams have come to us. Some arose with the pandemic. But in general, very interesting ways that these things come about. In the case of the research underway in the area of energy, that is work across multiple centers and institutes across 3 universities and alongside an industry partner. So that's quite exciting. And we have, of course, more planned for 2022 and beyond. While we are a research-focused center, We do connect with the University of Melbourne's Master of Data Science program, particularly through the capstone projects. We have discussed the development of targeted short courses with other University of Melbourne research centres, such as the Centre for Digital Transformation of Health. And we are exploring a delivery of a uni-wide breadth subject in data science. So quite interesting that we were just talking about that moments ago. And of course, the University of Melbourne does have an undergraduate data science major as well, but that is not directly connected to the centre's research work. As I said, the centre is focused on research and particularly long-term projects. So from the data science perspective, we do feel that these projects will be the ones that provide research into foundational methods and methodologies that then extend the state of the art in data science to solve problems and create new state of the art. So that's where our focus is lying. We are looking at larger research funding applications, DPs, linkage, CRCs, joint industry or government research, cross-institution research, and similar. We aim to build teams of experts. We had it told to us that a recent ARC informal panel review has let it be known that it is likely a project will get a positive review if the researchers team is built in that way. For a more particular example, if the project mentions a machine learning problem, it's best to have a machine learning expert on the research team. So we're looking at ways to build those core teams. And some examples of our own that have recently gone off the ground. Professor Bondell, who is a statistical data scientist, is part of a new research team that has recently launched an NHMRC CRC researching breast cancer. And Professor Curley, a computer scientist, is part of a research team awarded a grant by NDIS. And both of these are large projects they bring together multiple domains, and they include researchers from across various institutions. So all of this does align with the Australian Data Science Network's aim as well, and we are open to opportunities to work together and discuss all of these matters, as we just were saying about education, and we can be reached at these contacts.